Good morning, everyone. My name is Lyndsay Rose. I am the co-founder of Botanicals and Hemp Company. I'm also an astrologer, so is my business partner, Zanny. And these videos are part of our bi-monthly newsletters. You can sign up at zbotanicals.net. We always have updates on astrology with the new and the full moon. And we also have herbal recipes and announce our new products and any specials we have on our handmade herbal health and beauty products that we grow and wildcraft ourselves according to the phases of the planets and the moon. So happy full moon in Leo. The full moon is taking place today at 11:56 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm going to do a quick video today of the astrology of the full moon, but also some transits that are going to be happening the second half of February. So every full moon, we reach the middle of a lunar cycle, and the sun is always exactly opposing the moon. And so our intentions that we set at the new moon are coming to fruition, and it's a really good time for us to reevaluate them and to release anything we want to release and kind of fine tune our intentions moving forward. If you love to journal like I do, I don't do it as often as I used to now that I've had the baby, but I'm starting to do it again because I love working with the new moon and the full moon, because about 6 months ago was the Leo new moon. And if you set your intentions, you can see in 6 months, which is about now, at the full moon, how your intentions specifically around the Leo part of your chart have come to fruition. But you also can just work with the monthly moons as well. So yeah, the full moon is about all the energy kind of reaching its highest point. And so sometimes it can feel tense, it could feel very energetic. There can be tension between home and work, self and relationship, your own creativity and how you express it in the world. It's always some kind of tension. And so this full moon is happening in Leo, and Leo is all about the courageous heart and showing up as yourself in this world, as your individual self, with no apologies, and radiating love and warmth, but courage, especially courage to be yourself in this world where there's so much pressure to conform to whatever group you associate with. So the sun's in Aquarius, which is all about groups and moving forward and social justice and unusual inventions and thinking outside the box and eccentric people and eccentric ideas. And so there's a tension between the self and how you show up in the world and how you love, and that open heart energy, even with all that, the sun shining in Aquarius right now, which it has to do with groups and the other. So it's balancing those two things. How do you show up in the world? How do you show up in your individuality in the groups that you're involved with? Are you holding back, or are you being your true self? And so this is all bubbling up to the surface now, and that's what this moon is about. Some of the other, I'm going to share a chart right now so you can see. Hold on a second. So hopefully you can see that. This may look like gibberish to people that don't know astrology that well, but the people that are very interested, I wanted to show you. Don't worry about where the houses are. It depends where you run this chart on where it's going to all lay out. But you can see here that this is the Aquarius house, and the sun is 27 degrees 59 minutes in Aquarius, directly opposing the moon at 27 degrees 59 Leo. And so that's the area of tension that I was talking about, the opposition. But some other things that are happening is this is the North Node, this little symbol right here. And the North Node is our collective destiny as a society. And we've moved from, it was in Gemini, and we moved into Taurus a couple months ago, I think in January, and which I guess is only a month ago. It seems like forever ago. But the North Node is now ruled by Venus, and it used to be ruled by Mercury, which was all about like the head and thinking and talking. And now it's about Venus, which is what are our values, what's our self-worth about. It's more of a focus on love and relationships. And so there's tension between the North Node, and you can't see it here, but the South Node is directly opposite of that at 26 degrees Scorpio, which the South Node is about a lot of release and letting go. So we're letting go of secrets, of deep passions, of a lot of globally with the South Node in Scorpio, a lot of truth is coming out. And so there's tension between the North Node, where we're going, the South Node, and then this full moon of the self versus the other, versus what's best for ourselves versus what's best for the group. So there's a lot of tension in there, but a lot of opportunity. You'll see, since I've been doing these astrology videos since the beginning of the year, Uranus, which is the planet of revolution and freedom and breaking free from confines, is really accentuated this year. So is Saturn in Aquarius. They're going to be having a square with each other on and off throughout the year. And, you know, I've talked about this a lot, but it's really the people breaking free from the confines of government. And there's going to be a lot of tension there and multiple levels. So another thing with this, when there's a full moon, this is where all the planets are right now. It's getting kind of magnified. So all the energy right now about of these this geometry is gonna like continue for the next couple of weeks. One thing I wanted to talk about is Mars and Venus are exactly conjunct. They exactly came together. I believe it was yesterday, which is like the day after Valentine's Day, but the energy of Mars and Venus together has been happening the whole month and will continue to happen. And it's a beautiful energy. It's a really great time for romance and for all relationships in general. It's a balanced time. Mars is exalted in Capricorn, so he is stronger, but when they come together, it's about the passion to move forward with love, the energy to do something having to do with your self-worth and your love and your relationships and what you value. It's a very energetic time, and both Venus and Mars are actually trining. It's moving apart, but they have been trining Uranus. So it's a lot of breakthrough energies in relationships. Again, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, although it is a great time for romance. It could be with anyone. And my computer's gonna die. Let's see if I can make it through. I'm gonna keep talking as I plug my computer in. So another really important thing to look out, I mentioned this before, but Pluto is exactly on the degree, 27 degrees of Capricorn, which he was on right here, when our forefathers signed the Declaration of Independence in 1776. Hold on one second. I made it. And so Capricorn, I'm going back and forth between individual meetings and then collective meetings because this is such a powerful time for the collective. So again, this is the first time Pluto has been at this degree since 1776. And what were we focused on in 1776? We were focused on the overreach of power of England over the United States. And we wanted to break free from that and have our own country. And it was all, we can argue that we could have done it better because it maybe wasn't free for everyone, but it was all about freedom and taking our power back from England. And also a big reason why they Americans at that time wanted to break free was because they felt like they were being overtaxed and their money was being spent overseas. So Pluto in Capricorn, Pluto is always about power dynamics and also bringing up the hidden to the surface so we can deal with it. And Capricorn is all about structures and politics and politicians. And so to have the Pluto return, there's going to be a lot of the same things coming up, like freedom of the people, secrets from the government, like how things have not maybe been working for the best, and coupled with the Saturn Uranus square, there's going to be a lot of uprising of the people for many reasons. It's not just one thing, but you can see how the last couple of years have played out, because in 2017 we had the Great American Eclipse go actually over the same degree as this moon, which is really interesting. And so this moon is triggering that, but the eclipse divided the country. It literally went down the center of the United States. And if you think about what happened in 2017 about the polarization of like right versus left, wrong versus right, like I feel like we've always been polarized recently, but in 2017, I think it just set it off even worse. So this moon is accenting the Great American Eclipse that kind of divided our country. Also, so there's the Pluto return. Oh, and also just talking about Pluto, I usually don't do minor aspects, but this moon is, because it's at 27 degrees and Pluto's at 27 degrees, it's making a quincunx, which is a minor aspect, but it's exact and it's a hard aspect, which means that there's tension. And the moon in the collective chart is a symbol of the people. In an individual chart, it's a symbol of your emotional reactions and your emotional well-being and just your emotional worlds. So yeah, again, there's tension between, and maybe something surprising with the power dynamics of the government and the people. So a lot of the same themes keep coming up in this moon. I'm looking to see if there's anything also important. So Mercury Mercury just moved into Aquarius, you can see here. So he finally cleared his shadow. He was in, I think some of you may remember, he was in retrograde for a while, going through Capricorn, and then he moved forward, but he cleared his shadow, meaning that like he's past where he went retrograde. So it's a brand new Mercury. So we're moving forward. Our focus on our thoughts and our discussions are on all the Aquarius things, which again is like all about the people and equality and justice and freedom and thinking outside the box and breaking free from confines. And so we already have a ton of energy there with that's Juno, which I'm not going to get into the asteroids in this video, but Mercury's there, Saturn's there, and the sun is there. And so there's a lot of energy in Aquarius. And actually the sun's going to move into Pisces, I believe on the 18th, which will be a nice change in my opinion, because Pisces is all, it's like watery and intuitive and artistic and I always look forward to Pisces season. And the sun's going to meet up with Jupiter, which is just going to expand all that energy. And I think it's going to be a really nice time. Jupiter is making a sextile to Uranus, and that is all about opening your mind and breaking free of the confines of the mind and just like leveling up, whether you're spiritual or you practice meditation. It's a really good time to just shut out all the noise of the world and listen to your intuition. It'll be heightened. So I think there's a lot more I probably could talk about, but those are the main aspects of this moon and also the rest of the month. And yeah, I think generally, just to bring it back to our individual astrology, wherever Leo is in your chart is where you're really going to focus on just being yourself and showing up the way you were meant to show up in this world, because we were all born with different agendas and different, I believe, different goals to accomplish in this lifetime. And this moon is so powerful to show up as the individual you are within the groups that we're involved with. So don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to make decisions based in love. And, I hope you all have a happy moon, and I hope this was helpful for you, and take care.